Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
And here we are, Wednesday at noon in Los Angeles. According to the top part of Lori Tesla's screen, it's a sunny blue day in Los Angeles. I wouldn't know, I haven't been outside in a long time, but what a beautiful thing to be meditating outdoors. And what a beautiful thing to be sharing this moment with you all in the ways that we now know how to share time. Like, the notion of sharing a intimate, tender, meditative moment across time zones would have been a very strange thing to think about even 18 months ago. And now it seems like the most normative thing. And we really are having a shared experience, even though what's going to happen inside our minds will be entirely different. So this will be kind of a pre high holiday based meditation. Again, as always, the content of the meditation 1/1000th as important as the form of it, right? The form of it, just going into the meditative zone and finding that space for ourselves, is everything. And, the frame or images that we attach to it add like a very faint cue to the experience, but primarily it's meditation for meditation's sake. And let's go into it. And so I invite you all, if you haven't yet, to close your eyes. Start to feel that blanket of wakeful serenity descend upon you, like with the heaviness of that blanket that the dentist puts on you before the x-rays. It's heavy and yet it's so comfortable. Start to situate yourself in whatever chair or couch or whatever it is you're sitting on. You might be in a yoga position on the floor. That's fine as well. Just be aware of it so that it's not accidental, even if you got into this position without thinking about it. Just think about where you are, the muscle twitches that need to happen in order to keep yourself there, so that every breath and every movement and every non-movement of your body is intentional. Even non-movement is its own movement. It is a choice using different muscles to keep yourself from moving. You can become a little more aware of your breathing. Automatic action you've been doing every few seconds, every day of your life, mostly without thinking about it. It's the magic of our brainstem. Now you become more aware of it, almost as if you're controlling it, although it's somewhat beyond control. Deepening it, enjoying it, luxuriating in it. Experiencing each rise and fall of your chest and each compression of your lungs as a moment of grasping life. Claiming precious life. For those who are joining who live in the Jewish world, which may not be everyone on this Zoom or on this Facebook, we have a new year coming, the switch of the odometer, a start again. Just be aware of all the emotions, perhaps conflicting emotions that are present as you confront the first steps of this new year. excitement about how this year might be better than last year, nervousness about the constantly changing landscape, relief of having completed this past year, fatigue, overwhelm, curiosity. All of that we bring to this year. And I want you to imagine the last day of this coming new Jewish year. The day before Rosh Hashanah next year, 12 lunar months from now. And I want you to imagine a version of that day in which you're standing tall, proud and happy, satisfied as you look backwards on the previous year, the year we have yet to live. See yourself at peace, alive, healthy, well, grounded. And allow those feelings to course through you as if you're actually feeling them on that actual day. A sense of abundance and richness as you put a cap on the year to come. That feeling deep in your body and your soul that tells you, with all of the circumstances around you, you've done well. You're okay. And with that still loudly ringing in your mind's vision, I want you to pull back to any moment in the preceding year, meaning in the preceding year from that fantasy, so actually in the year to come. A juncture moment, a Robert Frost moment of choosing this over that. One moment that seems to you as critical for bringing you to that fantasy you were thinking of. A moment where you will choose to say something or not to say something, to do something or not to do something. A relational moment, a professional moment, an interpersonal moment, an intrapsychic moment. Choose one and be as specific as possible that now seems to you obvious, that handling it the right way will bring you more likely to that sense of being well and accomplished 1 year from now. It can be a micro moment or a set of moments, but imagine it in your mind's eye fully with detail. Who is present? What are you saying and doing? What are you holding back from saying and doing? What's operating in your mind in that moment? What are the stakes? How will you end up doing that which you know right now is the right thing? This fulcrum moment that might be one of the more critical decisions you make in the next Jewish year. So many of those decisions may be obscured to us. We don't even know what's coming. Some might be obvious. So linger on it. Watch yourself in that moment. Guide yourself to that moment. As you aim for the sense of fullness and richness and okayness 1 year from now. As you breathe. As you remain deep. As you give yourself this gift of a moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and pull yourself, unfortunately, from that beautiful reverie back into this world that we still inhabit. And I'll share my screen and we'll say the closing prayer together. If I can find it. Second. Let us go. There we go. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. We say this 3 times, excuse me. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. I say to you all, Shalom, Namaste, and I'll see you soon.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.